With WrestleMania 40 only being a few short weeks away, the match card is stacking up and everybody's wondering who's going to win these matches. And that's what I'm here to do today, guys. I'm going to give you my predictions on who's going to win at WrestleMania 40. On the day of recording this, the entire match card is not filled up yet. There's only 10 confirmed matches with probably only 4 more going to be added later on. So I'm going to predict those 4 matches plus those winners plus all the 10 matches that have already been confirmed. Anyways, let's jump right into it. The first match we have up is the 6-pack challenge ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles. This match already has 4 tag teams confirmed for it: Judgment Day, New Day, DIY, and Awesome Truth, with the last 2 tag teams coming from SmackDown. Who do I want to see as the last 2 teams from SmackDown? I want to see the Street Profits, and that's either between Legado del Fantasma and the New Catch Republic. Honestly, I don't care who wins that match to get into this match, but I'm going to go with New Catch Republic. So that would mean the match is going to consist of Judgment Day, New Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, New Catch Republic, and the Street Profits. I wouldn't mind seeing Grayson Waller and Austin Theory added into this match, but I do think they could split up and have their own Mania match. If that ends up being the case, I wouldn't be mad about it either. And as much as I want the Street Profits to win this match, I gotta be real, I think it's gonna be the Awesome Truth. Our Truth has been feuding with the Judgment Day since like early December, late November, and it's March. It's March now, so that storyline's gotta be coming to an end. And I think the perfect way to finish it is for him and The Miz, Awesome Truth, to capture those tag titles and give our Truth his Mania moment he's been deserving of. But the Awesome Truth just makes the most sense here, so give me Awesome Truth. Next up, we have Io Sky versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Give me Bayley for this matchup. She really hasn't had the upper hand over Damage Control ever since the group split up, and by split up I mean Bayley got kicked out. I think she's gonna get a little help from Naomi and Bianca Belair here in the upcoming weeks on SmackDown. She just hasn't had really that, moment where she's been on top of Damage Control, except for the first night where they turned on her. Ever since, she just kept getting beat up by Damage Control, and Dakota Kai turned on her. So give me Bayley for this one-on-one. Next up, we have the Ring General. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. As over as Sami Zayn was throughout 2023 and his time with the Bloodline, I was never a huge fan of Sami Zayn. I was not a fan of Gunther either for a majority of 2023, but he has grown on me. I just never, thought he really had the personality of somebody that I could root for. But since he has changed, he's gotten a lot better on the mic. And as much as I think Gunther should get that title off of him, just because I think he's too good. He's not a mid-carder. He shouldn't be holding a mid-card title. He should be in the main event scene. Give me Gunther for this one. I don't think he's going to drop into like maybe Bastion Berlin, where he goes against maybe somebody like an Ilya Dragunov or even a Chad Gable again. So give me Gunther. Next up, we have the biggest tag team match in WWE history. Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins as the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania 40. As much as I like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, I actually want them to lose this match. The stipulations with this match is if Rock and Roman win, it's Bloodline rules for the main event of night 2, but if they lose, Cody Rhodes versus Roman has no Bloodline interference, which even if they had no Bloodline interference, they'd still get involved somehow. But yeah, I do think Roman and Rock are going to win this match, just because if they don't win this, then what was the point of even mentioning a Bloodline rules match? I mean, you're kind of just hyping up that Bloodline rules match by announcing it. I'm going to go with Rock and Roman on this one, just because it makes the most sense here. Next up, I think, personally, is the most overrated match of this entire card. I've never been a fan of Becky Lynch, and I've never really been a huge fan of Rhea Ripley either. Obviously, it's a match with a lot of star power, but I have never been a huge fan of neither Becky Lynch nor Rhea Ripley. If I had to choose one, I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley retaining here, just because I don't see her losing to Becky Lynch, especially since in these past couple weeks on Raw, Becky Lynch has been feuding with like Nia Jax and Liv Morgan. And to the build up to this match for like the past year, they have been keeping Becky and Rhea separate as much as they could. And even when they have a match announced, they're still keeping them separate for some reason. I don't get it. Yeah, give me Rhea Ripley in this match. I don't see her dropping the belt anytime soon, even if it's the Becky Lynch. I could see her losing the title eventually, maybe to like somebody like Liv Morgan. And I know the whole argument's like, oh, Liv Morgan's so much smaller than her. Guys, come on, it's WWE, it's scripted. I mean, crazier stuff's happened. Next up, we have a match that I believe should actually have a stipulation to it instead of just a singles match. We have Jay Uso taking on his brother, Jay Uso. These two have pretty much the same exact moveset, so it might get a little boring seeing them do the same exact moves to each other over and over again. But if I had to choose a winner, I'm going to choose Jay. Jimmy's just costed him too many title opportunities and too many matches in the past. He costed him the Universal Championship at SummerSlam back in 2023. He cost him the tag titles with Cody Rhodes. couple months ago, and I believe like October, and then he also cost him the Intercontinental Championship here a couple weeks ago on Raw. I do believe though after this match, Jimmy and Jay are going to get back together. I think these two are both going to be a big part in the main event of night 2. I do think this match is going to happen at night 2. It could be the opener, who knows. I think Jimmy's going to have like that little moment where he's like, who do I help? And he's going to be like, you know, I'm going to go help my boy Cody and Jay, and I'm going to attack Roman. I think that's what's going to happen at night 2. But yeah, give me Jay Uso on this one. Next up, we have LA Knight, versus AJ Styles in a singles match. Honestly, guys, out of all the matches confirmed right now, I think this one has the least amount of hype around it, just because it's like the singles match versus two, I mean, kind of like higher mid-card, lower main event scene guys. As much as LA Knight is over with the crowd, I think he should have had a title match against maybe someone like a Logan Paul. Who do I think is going to win this match? I do want LA Knight to win this match. I think he's going to win this match because AJ Styles has had like the upper hand over him ever since LA Knight cost him the qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. In feuds, the person who usually has the upper hand leading into their match, they're probably going to lose. It's just the way the WWE works. Give me LA Knight over AJ Styles in this one. Next up, I'm going to go over Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship. I think this match is going to play out like how the WrestleMania 26 match went with the Legacy, Ted DiBiase Jr., Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. I think it's going to be like how Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. ganged up on Randy Orton for like half that match and then turned on each other. I think that's what's going to happen here. I think Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to gang up on Logan for a good portion of the match, and then they're eventually going to get tired of each other and try to win the title for themselves. They're going to turn on each other, and then I think Logan Paul is going to win the match. I would like to see Randy Orton win this match because he is on my Mount Rushmore for all-time WWE superstars, but I don't really think it makes sense for him to win this match, especially in a triple threat. I think Logan's going to hold that title until at least SummerSlam. I mean, it's in Cleveland. Logan's going to have some big match there in his hometown. I don't think Logan's going to win clean. I think he might be a little dirty. I think he's either going to use the brass knuckles like he does in literally every single one of his matches, or he's going to come in and swoop the pin after maybe Randy Orton hits an RKO on Kevin Owens. He's going to throw Randy out of the ring and take the pin 1, 2, 3. Give me Logan Paul for the US title match. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Boy, do I have a strong opinion on this match, man. I want and think Seth Rollins is going to win this match. I know a majority of people probably think Drew's going to win this match. I don't see it happening, guys. I think Drew is the definition of all bark, no bite. All he does is trash talk people. He makes fun of injuries. I do think he's going to have a feud with CM Punk sometime after this. I see a lot of people thinking he's going to have like a feud with CM Punk for the world title at SummerSlam. I don't see that happening, especially if Cody and Seth will lose on night 1. I think Seth's going to retain on night 2. This might be the most biased prediction I'm making this episode just because of how much I dislike Drew McIntyre. I know a lot of people love him right now. I just don't see it, guys. I mean, he's had his chance against Seth Rollins. It feels like 100 times. He's lost every single time. Drew McIntyre has only really won in the past couple of weeks and months by cheap wins. He won against Cody Rhodes because of an interference with the bloodline, and he won against a match against Jay Uso with an interference from, I'm pretty sure, Jimmy Uso. Give me Seth Rollins on this one. If Drew won, I wouldn't be surprised. I just really don't want to see him win this match. So yeah, give me Seth Rollins. Last and certainly not least, we have the main event of WrestleMania 40, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. I do believe this match is going to be the Bloodline Rules match, like they've been kind of hyping it up to be. If you've been paying attention to Raw and SmackDown these past couple weeks, it does really seem like they're building up for a Cody versus Rock feud. Cody and Roman haven't really had too many one-on-one encounters since Cody won the Rumble. I just don't see Roman retaining 2 years in a row, especially in a Bloodline Rules match where anything can happen. Obviously, the Bloodline's going to interfere with that, but I also think Jay Uso is going to interfere with it. Seth Rollins is going to interfere with it. It's going to be an endgame style type match. I am going to take Cody Rhodes in this one. If he doesn't win, I'm genuinely going to be surprised. The only reason I could see Roman retaining this was just so he could beat Hogan's record. I don't really see any direction for him to go after this. I think the only person that can beat Roman and have it make sense anymore is Cody. Obviously, you can make storylines with other people, but this storyline with Cody has been going on for about a year, a little over a year now, ever since he won the Rumble back in 2023. So give me Cody Rhodes for this one. Now, for matches that I think are going to be added to this card later on, I'm going to give you 4 predictions on some matches that I think could be added. been paying attention to SmackDowns for these past couple weeks, you can see that Bianca Belair and Naomi have been kind of inserted into this feud with Damage Control, with Naomi coming out to try and help Bayley in this latest episode of SmackDown. So at WrestleMania 40, I think it's going to be Bianca Belair and Naomi versus the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. If that match is to happen, I don't see Bianca Belair and Naomi losing. Bianca Belair just has too much star power and too much strength over the Kabuki Warriors. And Bianca Belair is also one of those superstars that has been kind of tormented, if you want to say, by Damage Control. They cost her the Women's Championship at Crown Jewel. Naomi just got beat up alongside Bayley at this recent episode of SmackDown. So if this match happens, give me Bianca Belair and Naomi over the Kabuki Warriors, and they're going to be the new Women's Tag Team Champions, sorry. I know a lot of people thought Tiffany Stratton and Bianca Belair were going to have a match at Mania. Although I could still see that happening, they are kind of going towards the direction of Bianca Belair and Naomi against the Kabuki Warriors. It just makes them more sense to me. Another match that really could happen is Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross, or you could do a 6-man tag with the Pride versus the Final Testament. I almost forgot their names for a second. If you have this match, I think you should have it be a stipulation, like a no-holds-barred match. Every single match they've had has always got interrupted, and so I think a perfect ending to this feud would be like a no DQ match. Even if it's Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross, give them like a Hell in a Cell steel cage no DQ match. I think it's a perfect way to end their feud. Their feud, to a lot of people, has been boring. And I think to add a little spice to the end of the feud, give them a no DQ match. I think it makes sense. It could happen. It'd be a good match. If that match happens, give me Bobby Lashley to win it. The Pride really hasn't had any control in that feud at all. So give me Bobby Lashley. Another match that maybe could happen if you do it quick enough could be Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. It's just two very powerful women. I wouldn't even be surprised if this match didn't happen. I don't think it's going to, but you need more women matches on that card. There's only 2 out of the 10 that are confirmed right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these matches that are going to be added later in these next couple weeks are women's matches. And if that match were to happen, you got to give Jade Cargill a win. You got to give her some heat going forward. Another match you could do could be the LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. They already have Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar announced for this upcoming episode of SmackDown. I do think that match is going to get interrupted, so you could also do this as a 6-person tag match, but that also leaves Carlito out. So I don't know what would happen. I do think this is going to be a match. If it did happen, the good guys are all going to win this one. LWO, if this match happens, could be the LWO. There's not a whole lot of other feuds going on right now that I can think off the top of my head, but there's 4 matches that I think could be at the Mania card just to fill it up. Drop your predictions in the comments below. I'll make sure to read them and respond to them and tell you how I feel about them. By the way, first video back in like a year since I made that Pokemon card opening. I know I'm always switching up my subjects. First it was like COD Zombies, Pokemon, now it's WWE, but I'm really into WWE right now, so I'm gonna make some WWE content for you guys. If you guys enjoy it, hopefully you do. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can make some more wrestling content, and hopefully we can get back on that grind. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.